Yes, people, let us start your next chapter, SEBI Share-Based Employee Benefits Regulations 2014 and overview. SEBI Share-Based Employee Benefits Regulation 2014 and overview. Let's start, people. So, sir, SEBI Share-Based Employee Benefits. Share-based employee benefits. In title itself, it's clear. What is that you are reading? What is that you are reading? Yes, sir. Sir, there is a listed company. There is a listed company. The listed company is giving shares to its employees. The listed company is giving shares to its employees as a form of the employee benefit. In the form of employee benefit. Yes, sir. You guys would have popularly heard this as ESOP. Yes, popularly would have heard it as employee stock option plan. ESOP given, sir. Yes, sir. So this is the chapter. People, sweat equity is different. Do not merge it here. Sweat equity is completely different. Yes, sir. But you guys would have heard it as ESOP. Correct, sir. Now, sir. Now, what do you mean? What is this chapter? Why do we have to see? Yeah, I will tell you an overview. First thing, sir. People, now there were unlisted companies, there were listed companies. Unlisted companies, for us, the route is very clear. It is given under section 62, subsection 1, clause B. Your ESOP is clearly given there. So, unlisted company, that is your private companies, they will follow Companies Act. But the problem with your listed companies was there is no proper regulation for that. Few companies used to follow one route, the another company used to follow one more route. There never was a harmony. So, sir, what did these people do? They tried to fill those gaps. Clear, sir? All of you? Okay, sir. Now, sir, as the name indicates, people, employee stock option plan. Before even telling what, why and all, understand that terminology. What is this employee stock option plan? As of now, I'm just telling it as ESOP, but it is not ESOP. We have to read it in this way. Share-based employee benefits, because there is more than ESOP. Not only ESOP, there are more than ESOP which will be given in this chapter. Clear? Okay, sir. Now, people, why do they generally do? Now, imagine, people, one company is performing extremely well. Some company is performing extremely well. Okay. Now, people, whenever you go to any company, in that company, people, there will be certain employees. You will only see, they will be charming. They will do their job very good. Yes, sir. The company will get very good reputations because of such employees. Correct? Now, people, the company wants to retain such employees also. Agreed or not agreed? Now the company is getting so much from those employees. What if this employee leaves the company and go? Isn't it a loss to the company? Agreed or not? So, sir, now what will these companies do? They try to capture, they try to retain those employees at any cost. How do they retain? They will tell, hey employee, you wait for some days, da. You wait for the next 2 years. You wait for the next 3 years. Or as per the time, you wait for the next 3 years. If at all you are doing good, I'll do one thing. I will give you a certain percentage of shares of my company. Now you imagine, people, the company which you were working for, now you can be the shareholder of the company. Now you can actually be the shareholder of that company. So people, what will the company do? The company gives you a right. The company gives you an option to subscribe to the shares of the company. Sir, and why do they do that? To retain and encourage the employee morale. So if I give you this, now for the next 3 years, don't you think you will not leave and go? You know that I'm going to get shares of the company. Indirectly, don't you think the company is holding you back? Because not every company you can become a owner. That too, this is only with, listed company, so you can directly go and buy the shares in the public. It is hardly takes time like this. But imagine in the case of private companies, can you buy the shares? Not at all possible, impossible. So this will act as a retaining talent in the company. All of you got a fair idea. So this is why we give ESOP. Now your question can be, sir, private company, what you said makes sense. That is, we cannot, we have an option to directly go and buy it from the stock market also. Why is it so complicated? People always remember, if a listed company is coming up with ESOP, they will give it to you at a lesser price than what is there in the stock exchange. I'll give you an example. If assume Infosys price on the date of this particular ESOP in the market is assumed 1800 rupees. 1800 rupees. Now, if you want, you can go and buy in the stock exchange only. I'm not stopping you. But at what price you are buying it? 1800. Now, people, Infosys gives an option to the employees to buy the same shares at, say, for example, 1300 or 1200, as the case may be. 600 rupees per share difference. Assume people, they give you an option to buy 100 shares into 600. Don't you think it is profitable to you? From which shares and all we'll see. That is once we get into the chapter. There is something called as secondary market. There is something called as fresh issue. We'll see everything. But got a fair idea what is ESOP. So these people, now they will not leave the company and go because of this particular option available to them. Clear, all of you? Okay, sir. Now, sir, ESOP. I'm just generally writing it as ESOP. Sir, ESOP can be done by two companies. One is a listed company. The other one is a unlisted company. One is listed company, the other one is unlisted company. You guys can write this. One is listed company, the other one is unlisted company. Sir, whenever it is a listed company, people, you will follow section 62. Okay, section 62, 1 clause B of Companies Act. Plus, a listed company, Papa has no choice. They have to follow both the laws. Write down. They will also follow SEBI. They will also follow SEBI. Whatever is your chapter. Share-based employee benefits. Share-based employee benefits regulation 2014. Sir, if you are an unlisted company, sir, then for you only one, section 62, 1B of Companies Act 2013. Is this clear, all of you? Is people clear? Simple one. So, sir, now what will we be seeing, sir? We'll be focusing on this part. A listed company, whenever you are doing a ESOP, we'll be looking at both the scenarios. We'll be considering both. Clear, all of you? Yes? Now, people, sir, what does the chapter say? Share-based employee benefits. Now, we need to know who is the employee. Whom and all you can pay. You need to know the employee. Write down the definition of employee. So people, employee. So basically, who is an employee? Sir, what question you ask, sir? A person who goes in the morning, comes back in the evening. Now he is doing work from home is called an employee. Sir, employee is not. So this person is an employee, this person is not an employee. Okay, who is an employee, sir? First one, a permanent employee permanent employee. It can be in India or outside India. Sir, a director. A director, whether a whole-time director or not, whether a whole-time director or not, excluding independent director, excluding independent director. Third one, an employee as per, actually do one thing, this one write it as A, this one write it as B, this one write it as C. An employee as per A or B. Employee as per A or B of subsidiary, comma, holding company. Subsidiary or holding company. Same thing. In or outside India. In or outside India. Sir, who is not a promoter or a person belonging to promoter group. Person belonging to promoter group. Second one, a director. Sir, a director. Sir, director, here you are telling he is, here you are telling he is not. Director, additional condition to be met. Director holding more than. Director holding more than. Try to highlight this part. Director holding more than. More than. So up to 10% exempted, no? More than 10% of equity. Equity shares of company. Alone or with relatives or body corporate. Or body corporate. Sir, this condition B is not applicable. Not applicable. Company law students, to whom it is not applicable? Is not applicable to whom? Registered startup for 10 years. For 10 years. Clear, all of you? Yes, sir. So people, these people are our employees. Sir, who are their people? Sir, the employees are the one who is towards your left or right. The one towards your right. So, sir, our employee is a permanent employee people. People who is an employee is a permanent employee. Indirectly, am I telling that a part-time person is not an employee? Correct? A part-time person is not an employee. Agreed or not agreed? The law is clearly telling a permanent employee. Yes, sir. He should be not a temporary one, a permanent employee. Correct? So a temporary employee is not an employee. Yes, sir. Next one. People, he can be working in India or he can be working even outside India. Sir, Infosys has an office in India. Infosys has an office outside India also. It can give the shares to the person in India. It can give a shares to the person outside India also, very much valid. Yes, sir. The next person, a director is also an employee. Sir, a director is also an employee, whether a whole-time director or not a whole-time director, excluding a independent director. Yes, sir. Excluding a independent director. People, independent director, you remember telling somewhere? Independent director, where did we see? When we were doing that chapter where I told you, sir, types of director, non-executive, executive. There was a person whom I told you as independent director. Sir, an independent director is nowhere connected with the company. You remember that? Sir, for an independent director, you cannot give ESOP. Yes, people. Sir, the third one, people, these two conditions are talking about the company. These two conditions are talking about the company. Okay. Now, people, imagine I want to issue the shares of Flipkart to my employee. So the first two conditions are talking about the Flipkart company issuing shares to its employee. That is, it can be a permanent employee or it can be a director's. Sir, the third condition is talking Flipkart can issue its shares. I repeat, Flipkart can issue its shares to the holding company's employee. Or people, PhonePe. This is a holding company. This is a subsidiary company. Yes, people, Flipkart can also issue ESOP to them and to them. Now try to read the third condition. An employee as per A or B, basically a permanent employee or director of subsidiary, holding company, whether in or outside India. Is this clear? Make sense, all of you? If you want, you write down this. Example. So they can give ESOP to both of them. Copied. See, one line has so much of interpretation. Clear? Yes, people wrote. Sir, who cannot be and who is not considered as an employee? People, promoter is definitely not an employee. Promoter is basically a person who has initiated the company or he has formed a company. He is nowhere working for the company. So he is not an employee. Promoter is not the employee. Second person. Sir, director is also not an employee. So you cannot give ESOP to the director, it seems. So people, who is an employee? A person who is not. So sir, if he is not an employee, you cannot give ESOP to them. Indirectly, we are telling the person here, we are not eligible to give ESOP to them. Because they are not employees at all. Who? Sir, director holding more than 10%. If you are just a director, you will come and sit here. If you are a director plus a shareholder and you hold more than 10%, alone, sir, no. Mukesh Ambani along with Neeta Ambani, along with Akash Ambani, all of them together are holding, sir. Everyone's will be added. It is alone or together with relatives or body corporate, person acting in concert. Sir, me and another company of mine, all of us are acquiring. So, sir, if it is 10%, more than 10% and you are a director, you are not eligible for ESOP. However, there is one exception, is not applicable to a registered startup for a period of 10 years. This is only and only and only and only and only for limited to your company law. Listed company has nowhere relevance this one. Because startup is always a private company, people. A listed company can never be a startup. So this is nowhere related to your listed company. But yes, this provision has been borrowed from your 62(1)(b). We are seeing the definition as per your 62(1)(b) only. That is as per company law. Is this clear, all of you? Any doubts? Something went inside? Yes? Okay. Now people, let us, probably for the time left, okay, let us just look at the schemes involved in the particular SEBI. Sir, I told you, whatever I was telling you, I was just telling you as ESOP, but we will not be restricting our study only to ESOP. We will be studying more than ESOP. People, mind-blowing concepts. Very, very interesting one. Listen, sir, SEBI, under SEBI, SBEB, Share-Based Employee Benefits Regulation. SEBI Share-Based Employee Regulation means share-based employee benefits. We'll be seeing certain schemes. The schemes is for listed companies. So our discussion with regards to your company law done. Okay, SEBI share-based employee benefit schemes. Sir, total people, there are 5 schemes. Sir, the first one is called as ESOS. ESOS. What is this? Employee Stock Option Scheme. Employee Stock Option Scheme. Going forward, I'll be writing only the Employee Stock Option Scheme. Sir, the next one, ESPS. ESPS. Sir, what is this? Employee Stock Purchase Scheme. Employee Stock Purchase Scheme. Next one is SAR, not MIDA scheme. Sir, next one is called SAR. What is that? Stock Appreciation. Stock Appreciation Right. Stock Appreciation Right. The next one is called as GEBS. What and all they are calling, sir? Okay. General Employee Benefit. General Employee Benefit Scheme. The last one is called RBS. RBS, sir, Retirement Benefit Scheme. See people, all these days you used to say ESOP. See how many schemes are there before your ESOP. All this while we used to call only ESOP, ESOP. But see how many are there in the background. Yes, sir. Clear, people? Copied all of you. Okay. People, I will explain you how ESOS work. Let us not write, but understand the concept. In general, how does ESOS work? Okay. People, generally what will happen? Now the company has identified an employee. Assume people, let us talk about our KFC. KFC people, they have made a n number of attempts, people, especially the KFC owner, Kentucky Fried Chicken. This person has come up with 58 different ventures. And the final one which was successful was his KFC. It was his mother's recipe, if I'm not wrong. So he started KFC and today it is such a big, wonderful one. Yeah. Now imagine people, KFC had one employee, very, very, very good employee. So KFC, I mean, I'm just thinking, assume this is an Indian company, listed company, just taking an example. So people, KFC, it had one employee, people, whatever is the food prepared by this employee is extraordinary. So now KFC does not want to lose this employee. Now what did KFC do? KFC offered him an option called as ESOS, Employee Stock Option Scheme. Now how it will happen? Listen carefully. Sir, KFC, and there is our employee, whomever we have identified to be a worthwhile employee. Now what will the first thing happen, people? The first step will be KFC will give its employee grant of options. KFC will grant option to the employee. What is the option? Hey employee, you are doing very good. I give you an option to buy the shares of my company. How much? You can buy the shares of my company. How many? 100 shares. Wow, sir, that's awesome. Okay. People, as on that day, assume KFC was listed in the stock exchange. Market price. The market price of the company was 2000 rupees. But KFC told the employee, you don't worry, you don't worry. I will give you the shares, 100 shares at, I will give you the 100 shares at 1000 rupees per share. I will give you the shares at 1000 rupees per share. Okay. Now people, KFC puts only one condition. What is that? I'm giving an option today to buy my shares. However, immediately you cannot buy. Why? What if he immediately buys and he immediately sells and he leaves your company and go? Risk only, no? So KFC put one more condition. What is that? For you to become owner, this time is there, no, in between. For you to become owner, there is some time. Yes, sir. That time is called as vesting period. What is vesting period? In our layman language, let us understand. Vesting period means waiting period. In this waiting period, this employee will not at all be the owner. He will not get anything. So people, the law says minimum vesting period will be 1 year. So minimum he has to wait for 1 year for him to become the owner of those shares. Understood? Okay. Now KFC people, it has given him an option. Assume it gives him an option saying that you need to at least stay with us for 2 years. Okay, sir. Now employee Papa has stayed with the company for 2 years. Okay. Now people, after 2 years, now he gets an option to buy those shares. Sir, the first slide, whatever happened was the company just gave him an option. If you want, you can buy at 1000 rupees. You need to have the money, no? If you want, you buy at 1000 rupees. The first one, we just gave you an option. Now, after 1 year or 2 years, as per our case, you wait for that time. Now, after that, you finally get one option to actually buy those shares. That buying the shares is called as exercise. So exercise of option is nothing but buy. Is this clear? So here you actually buy the shares of the company. Sir, in this step, the shareholder, the employee will actually become the shareholder of the company. Yes, people. Sir, technically, whether the employee will exercise the option or not, how will we know? People think logically. Now, at what price employee will get the shares? What is the price employee should pay? 1000 rupees, sir. All of you sure? Now imagine people, some COVID or something happened, the entire market was down. Now KFC shares in the market, in the stock exchange, it is available at 500 rupees only. Because the entire market is down. Am I mad to buy the share at 1000 rupees? Why will I buy? Why will I exercise the option? I will say no to the option. Why? I can go and buy in the market only for 500, no? Now let us take the other scenario. Imagine in the market the price is 3000 rupees. Now tell me, will you buy the shares or not? I mean, will you exercise the option or not? You will exercise. Why? Because sir, the market price is 3000, but I am getting the shares at 1000 rupees. It is beneficial for me. So people, don't you think you are playing? If you want, you can buy. If you do not want, you will not buy. Don't you think you are playing? If you want, you can buy. If you want, you will not buy. Depending upon some scenario, whether the market price is high, low, you are playing Noda, whether you want to buy or not, correct? End of the day, you are being given an option whether to buy or not. That is the reason this is called as employee stock option scheme. Are you getting what is the significance of this word option? There is no hard and fast rule, or there is nothing which says you to buy. It is an option given to you. Whether you want, you buy. Whether if you do not want, you need not buy. There is no compulsion. This is called as employee stock option scheme. यात्रिगल, कृपया ध्यान दीजिए. कुछ अंदर गया क्या? नहीं सर, टाइम 9 बजे हो गया, हमारा ट्रेन आ गया. Something went inside. Okay. So people, that's the end. That's the end of the class. Chalo people, see you. Have a good day.